It's not very often you get to talk to an Oscar nominee, let alone a two-time Oscar nominee, and we're doing that this morning. Joan Cusack with us, and one of our favorite actresses. How are you this morning?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on.
I have a producer named Amanda Wall who's 24 years old.
I am.
24 years old, and a couple of years ago, maybe it was a year ago, I said, you got to watch this movie, Broadcast News. And because she's so young, she said, what's that? And I said, watch this movie, because if you're going to be in show business, you know, we move pretty fast around here. We need a good, fast pace, you know what I mean? And I wanted her to see how much ownership the people who worked in that newsroom in that movie took over the product. That looked like it was a lot of fun to shoot, was it?
It was a lot of fun to shoot. Well, I mean, first of all, it was Jim Brooks was directing that movie, who's awesome and, you know, a great actor, director, you know, really gets in there and tries lots of different things. So that was just, you know, incredible on its own. And then it was just a fun world because it's not, you know, it's different than film world because it's about time and being on time and stuff going live to air. And it was cool to be part of.
So do you think...
I had like a stunt man that I worked with over like months doing lots of different parts to that one scene.
Yeah, because you almost ran into that drawer. You had to duck right under it and slide under it.
Yeah.
So should Amanda Wall emulate the Holly Hunter character in that picture or not?
Well, I think it's up to Amanda. If you know, I don't know what exactly the world is like now in broadcast, but obviously you got to be committed for sure. And then there's a lot of luck involved to get to, you know, a place of senior management, as it were. Yeah. So, Amanda, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
When you shot Grosse Point Blank...
You stay healthy, Amanda.
Oh, don't worry. I am the germophobic of the century.
Yep.
I have hand sanitizers everywhere and soaps, and I clean my house from top to bottom. I think I have a problem.
She just handed me this bottle of Handy Back or whatever it is, a coconut lime verbena, before we started the interview. I said, I'm not going to be...
Let me just give you a little tip.
Yes?
Okay, this is my tip. This is my exciting tip for all the working guys and gals out there, because we see hand sanitizer everywhere. It's in grocery stores. It's just in regular buildings. It's in schools. You know, everywhere you go, you see hand sanitizer. But they only last 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yes, 2 minutes. So it's like, what's the point?
Yes.
But this one is Outlast hand sanitizer is 6 hours. It was developed by doctors at Columbia Medical Center because they have to have a product that lasts 6 hours when they go into surgery. So they, you know, a nurse and reconfigured this all for everyone else to use as well, because it's kind of, you know, it's on everything. It's money, it's cell phones. It's like, you know, and everyone gets it now that there's germs. And if you want to stay healthy, you know, you need to wash your hands and use a hand sanitizer so you don't get sick. But there's really no point in the 2-minute one. That this is the way to go. It's Outlast.
Outlast. Isn't it funny you see people in the airports like opening the bathroom door with their elbow or backing in to get themselves onto the subway?
Everyone knows. It's like we're not in the, you know, in medieval ages when people thought, you know, if there's nothing, if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. So, you know, people know now, and they get flu shots, and, you know, you got to take care of yourself. But this is, you know, it's fun to share it because I think, you know, everybody's working hard, and especially in this economy, and you know, you can't afford to get sick. And you can go to outlastgerms.com to get it, because you can't get it in a store yet. So this is my secret exclusive tip.
All right, outlastgerms.com. And when you shot Grosse Point Blank, did you ever come to Michigan to Grosse Point?
No.
Isn't that funny?
We shot it all in L.A. And
it was meant to look like Grosse Point, and parts of it did look a lot like Grosse Point, those little shops along the way, and they made the whole movie without even... Now you would come to Michigan, we have a 43% movie rebate for movie makers, Amanda.
I heard it's like rocking.
Yeah.
I just have one question.
Uh-oh.
Because I have a little brother. I want to know how you work with your brother in as many pictures as you do.
Because what's happening happening with you and your brother? It's not going good?
No, we're best friends, but I think that if I had to spend every single day for, how many ever months working with him, it might be a little bit stressful.
He might get on your very last nerve. You know what? When I do something with John, it's for a couple days, working on something, and it's so hard to get a movie made. I have a million ideas for a movie, and I can't get one of them made. So he somehow does that. He gets movies made, and so it's more like you want to be there and be supportive, and we have the same sense of humor in a lot of ways, and so it's fun. It's like a treat.
You know what? They ought to give you a trophy for being nominated for an Oscar. Do they give you any kind of award you can put on your mantle for that?
Oh my God! You get introduced.
I know.
Me that way. That's what you get.
We wish you would have won it, but hey, 2-time Oscar nominee.
I'm happy to be living a normal life in Chicago and being a mom and giving my kids out. And
come on over to Michigan. You can come to Grosse Pointe. We'll leave the light on for you, Joan Cusack, and we'll try OutlastGerms.com. What a pleasure to speak with you this morning.